Hello everyone, the Water Magister here with a new Element of Earth video featuring Metatron's Meditations number 5. In this particular video we're going to go over basic awareness and feelings, sphere and bubble theory, guided meditation through a forest, and a third eye opening exercise. So before we start, again, these are meditations that were taught to me when I first started learning meditation, and I would receive insight and I would write them down, and then I would actually teach them in a class, and it would be a circulation of 12 different classes. And once those 12 ended, I would keep repeating the cycle of it. So the quote that goes with this particular week is, "The universe bursts into existence from life, not the other way around, as we have been taught. For each life, there is a universe, its own universe. We generate spheres of reality, individual bubbles of existence. Our planet is comprised of billions of spheres of reality, generated by each individual human, and perhaps even by each animal." Robert Lanza wrote that. So first I want to get us into a grounded space. So what I would invite you to do is, wherever you are, begin to close your eyes down, letting go of the day, taking a deep inhale into the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale, you're going to hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Notice where your thoughts are going. Be the observer for a moment. Still holding the breath. Slowly exhale out the mouth. Suck the belly back in towards the spine. Breathing normally in your own way. Still keeping the eyes closed. Utilizing our basic awareness. First choosing a sense, the sense of sound. Begin paying attention to all the subtle sounds that are going on around you, from the music playing. Maybe you may hear some stuff going on outside. And just begin to place your attention and awareness on the subtle sounds that are happening around you. Now begin to bring your awareness closer to you. Begin to hear how you're breathing. Make sure your back is straight and upright. Creating a solid connection. Begin to place your focus and awareness on the beating of the heart against the chest. If the mind wanders, simply bring it back. You are the one in command. Feeling the heart beat against the chest. Taking another deep inhale into the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Last deep inhale, hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Hold that breath. If your mind wanders, bring it back to the beginning of the heart against the chest. Slowly exhaling out the mouth. Grounding yourself into this present moment. Nothing else matters. Breathing normally. This time is for you to give back to your body, your temple, your vessel. To reground yourself. And slowly, in your own time and in your own way, begin to open the eyes, reacclimating yourself into the room so that we can go into a brief discussion about the spheres or bubble theory. So I had this thought a long time ago. Actually, I wrote this in 2014, and then I read the Robert Lanza quote after having the thought. So it solidified the belief even further that there's a lot of different studies and theories that we live like in a simulation. And if some of you have actually seen, it's going to be an interesting reference, but if some of you have ever seen Rick and Morty, there's actually an episode that the Plutarchians or something like that, they trap Rick in a simulated reality, within a simulated reality. And that's, in theory, the bubble theory, the bubble or the sphere of reality that each of us have. So imagine each person in this universe, in this dimension, lives that way. So for example, we can only see 100 and maybe 80 degrees in front of us, something like that, maybe 180 to 190. So right now I'm not able to see this. So because I'm not able to see it, but you are, is it real for me? Or is it real the moment that I look at it? Oh, it manifested, now it's gone. Manifested, now it's gone. So what I'm saying is, each individual reality that we perceive is only true within our sphere. I don't know what's going on beyond these walls. Another perspective, another iteration of my existence does. And it's as if each of these perspectives are necessary so that we can get a glimpse of every angle of reality that this particular existence is unable to see. So like the Andy Weir story, The Egg, if you've never read it, please read it. It's a short story, very, very awesome. But in essence, it shows that we're all the same being in one consciousness, but choosing different bodies to embody different identities, different personalities, and different perspectives for the sole purpose of growth as a whole. And we can pick and choose what timeline we come into. So it is to say that the other people in this existence are iterations of me going through time without knowing that they're a part of me. But if you have the awareness that you can see them as an aspect of you, which goes to the whole saying of we're all one. That's what the spiritual community says, we're all one. And I personally feel that we are. But not only that, but it's deeper than that. We are all the same soul. We are all the same being, experiencing different perspectives of the whole. And I actually had this is not part of this particular thing, but I'm going to mention it anyways. I actually had a conversation with someone recently about soulmates and twin flames. And I used to believe in soulmates and twin flames because it's an awesome story. It's like, ooh, okay, I got to find someone that's like a soulmate and that they're meant to be with me, or a twin flame that they complete me. But those two stories, and that's all they are, stories. Those two stories, if you really take an outside perspective and observe them, it's a very limiting story. And in a way, it's based on control and fear. For example, soulmates, first one. If you're to say that only certain people in reality are your soulmates, you're limiting yourself to the vast majority, everyone potentially being your soulmate. Because ideally, based on what I just explained, that everyone is an aspect of you, utilizing a different perspective of reality so they can see different angles of things that I don't see in this 190-degree manner, but they can witness different angles of it. Similar to the elephant, the parable of the elephant and the different people looking at the elephant from different parts, right? So we're doing the same thing. And to say that you only have a certain amount of soulmates is kind of limiting. It's kind of putting a sense of significance. It's like, well, only this person could be my soulmate because that's the person that I'm going to allow myself to open up to. When you could potentially allow yourself to open up to many people, but you're choosing not to. You're choosing only to open up to this certain people because of the synchronicities that may happen. Basically the synchronicities is what allows us to connect in a soulmate story. Now, the twin flame story is completely limiting. To say to yourself, this person completes me, I'm now whole and I'm now complete because I'm with this person. They are my other half. What? You're already whole and complete. You are already your twin flame. The twin flame is simply a story where you're unifying your masculine and your feminine side together to form a union, of the masculine and feminine energy. And the witness, the third eye, is observing all of it happening. The observer, the one that's watching all of this, like the Truman Show, they're watching, it is watching, you are watching this divine union going on within you. Always bring it back within you first before seeking outside, because a lot of people in the spiritual community get lost in the twin flame story. And when that particular relationship doesn't work out, the separation phase, they latch on to that person. Oh, it's just a separation phase. We'll be back. We'll be together again at some point. Okay? You're not letting go. You have an attachment. You're not letting go. The past 2 or 3 relationships I've been in, I actually thought I had a twin flame. I actually thought I was in a soulmate relationship. Those 2 things. I come to realize you can be a twin flame to anyone. The moment you are your own twin flame, the moment you are your own internal connection, unity, unifying it within yourself. So I just wanted to share that. I don't know where that came from, but that's good to share. So that's like the bubble theory. Is basically everyone's living their own individual perspective of reality so that we can funnel the information back to the whole, to source consciousness, to God, whatever it is that you want to choose to label that as. But we're all aspects of it. We're all subdivisions of it. We're all cells of it. So we're going to get into the guided meditation of going through a forest. So I invite you to find a comfortable position because we're going to be here for about, I would say 15 minutes or so. We'll be here. So, wherever you are, begin to close the eyes down once more, letting go of everything that you experienced up until this point, letting go of where you have to be when you leave here. Simply placing your awareness and focus on the breath little by little, feeling it how it's going through the nose and out the nose. Grounding ourselves back in as we once did in the beginning. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale, you're going to hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Hold that breath. Exhale as you drop your shoulders down, down, down. Breathing normally. relaxing the body. Before you close your eyes, begin to recreate what room you're in, the different types of furniture, the art that may be on your walls, the colors of the walls, the textures. Recreate everything in your mind to the best of your ability, the way that you're positioned in sitting or laying down when you're doing this, the type of clothes that you're wearing, the way that your hair is positioned, the necklaces or jewelry that you have on. Recreate it all in the mind, utilizing the imagination, the God gift that you're given to create. And as you begin to see this to the best of your ability, the textures of the walls all begin to fade and turn into white. White begins to surround you, above, below, forward, behind, left, and right. All of the furniture begins to disappear. And you begin to see yourself sitting in this white room, or laying down in the same position that you're in. As you're in this white room, visualize and see yourself standing up in that room. Have a walk around and notice that your physical body is still in that white room, sitting down or laying down in the position that it's in. But you're still able to walk around and observe and witness it from different perspectives, seeing how peaceful it is. This room is a room of healing, of revitalization, rejuvenation, knowing that your physical body will be safe here and it will be recharged when we return. On one of the walls, you begin to see a door emerge. Begin walking over to the door. And as you grab onto the handle, you look back behind you and you see your physical body sitting in peace. The door begins to open and you begin to see wind coming through, leaves beginning to shoot in through the white room. And you see a beautiful forest on the other side, vast colors, blue sky. Step in through the doorway, and the door begins to close behind you. You look off in all the directions. There's so many different choices and so many different paths to go on. But before we make a choice, just sit and observe. Notice the beauty that surrounds you. The butterflies flying, the birds chirping. And you begin to see some bushes begin to rustle towards you. And out emerges an animal. This animal will be your animal guide during this adventure that we're going on. It introduces its name to you. It already knows who you are. It knows everything about you, as it has been working behind the scenes to support you in your journey. You may ask it any questions that you choose in your mind. And I invite you to choose a direction and begin walking in the forest. You can walk, you could run, you could climb the trees, you have superhuman strength, you can fly, you could dance, jumping tree to tree, whatever you choose. This is your playground, and your animal guide companion will be there with you. For the next few moments, indulge yourself, be like a child. No one's watching you, this is your mind. No judgments. Be free. And have a conversation with your animal guide as you're doing so. Do so now. If your mind begins to wander from the exercise, remember what you're doing. Remember what you're exploring in this forest. This is a time for you to just be. No responsibility. Be that child. Run, dance, play. In your adventure, you begin to hear water running in the background. Keep running towards the water. As you get closer, the water begins to get louder. And you notice a beautiful waterfall. But this is a very special type of waterfall. The water is in different colors. Whichever colors it is that you see is what it is. It can be red, purple, blues, pinks, all flowing down into one puddle, into one pond. Your animal guide speaks to you and it invites you to jump into the water, to cleanse yourself of all the things that have been troubling you, to leave it there and allow this waterfall to support you on your journey. So set the intention of what things you wish to wash away, what things you wish to let go, and allow these waters to bless your body, to bless your soul, as your animal guide just observes. Do so now for the next few moments. Take that plunge into the waters. When you jumped into the water, you noticed that you saw something at the very bottom of the water. It's a particular object, an object of your choosing, but you know what you saw. I invite you to dive down into the waters and pull this object out, as it is a message for you. Take the time and do so now. As you come up, you take a look at the object and notice what it is, and you know what the meaning is behind it. Only you can decipher this for yourself. But you can keep this object with you, and it'll always be with you. I invite you to begin stepping out of the water. And as you do, you are instantly dried off without having to wipe anything away. Now feeling cleansed and clear, focused, with so much more clarity in the mind. The weights lifted off your shoulders. Slowly you begin to notice another door begin to emerge. This door leads back to that white room where your physical body is laying or sitting upright in. I invite you to have your final conversations with your animal guide, and know that you can always call upon it by its name at any portion in time, and you can converse with this animal guide. You begin to place your hand on the handle, and the door begins to emerge and open. On the other side, you see your physical body laying down in the same position that you left it in. You look back towards the waterfall, and your animal guide saying thank you for this journey, for this short time away. You begin to step through the door. And as you do, the door begins to close behind you. Begin to make your way towards your physical body. And really take a moment to appreciate how far this physical body has taken you in this reality. It's allowed you to see, to taste, to touch, to feel all variety of things, all the different emotions, the different spices, the different foods, the different sensations. Really appreciate that body, that vessel that you chose to come into, that you chose to manifest as a representation of who you are. Witness yourself beginning to sit back down in the same position that your physical body is laying down in. And as you do, you notice that the walls, the white walls, begin to gain texture once more. The furniture begins to appear behind the darkness of your eyes. Once more you begin to remember where you are, reintegrating yourself into your reality. Without opening the eyes just yet. Before we open our eyes, take your right hand and put the pointer finger with the index finger together without opening the eyes, and start tapping on your forehead, the third eye, and just tap. And keep tapping in that location. Apply as much pressure as you see fit. This is part of a third eye exercise. Keep tapping. Now use both fingers and apply pressure at that location. And keep the pressure there for a moment. release. Place your hands together as they were, and just keep your focus where the pressure was. If your mind wanders, bring it back to that sensation on the forehead. Take a deep inhale into the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale, hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Squeeze the mullaband, if you know what that is. It's the sexual organs. Squeeze all that up, visualizing energy coming up through the base of the spine all the way to the top of the head. Still holding the breath. Slowly exhale and release. Suck the belly back towards the spine. Begin to breathe normally. And when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes, reacclimating yourself into the room, remembering where you are. Thank you for tuning in to my channel and going through the guided meditation and this week's Metatron's meditation series. Next week is going to be the element of wind, and I'm actually going to be facilitating a yoga class. So we're going to be doing some yoga. So get ready for that. If you don't have a yoga mat, go out and get one. It's probably like, for a cheap one, you get like $7 to $15, something like that. But this is going to be my, it's going to be Ashtanga variant mixed with Kundalini. So if you're familiar with Ashtanga and Kundalini, this may be up your alley. If you're not familiar with yoga at all, get ready, because this is an awesome practice to incorporate body movement and then combine it with meditation. It prepares the body for meditation. So as always, I appreciate each one of you. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and it really supports me because by supporting you guys, I'm supporting myself as the bubble theory and the oneness that we went over, the egg, Andy Weir. So it gives me great pleasure to support each of you. If you haven't already, subscribe down below and like and share this video, as it supports me to support other people. So thank you so much. Bye.